Another former teammate of Sachin Tendulkar, V.V.S Laxman, is now speaking to the media. Let's listen into what another teammate has to say.
Following day, and Greg Chappell came and asked me whether I wanted to open the innings, open the batting for India, and I told him that in 2000 itself I decided that I'm not going to open anymore for the country, and since then I had consistently done well for India. And when I told that, I was really shocked by the reaction and his reply when he said that he asked my age, and I told that I was 31 at that time, and he told me that don't you think that at the age of 31, if you're staying at home, it's not great. So I was really shocked by that reply from the coach, and I mentioned to him that I was so consistent from 2000, since the time I come back into the middle order, and also from the time he took over as the coach of Indian team, I was probably the second highest run getter in the team. I was really shocked and taken aback, and in fact deeply hurt by his comments at the time.
So do you think that after Sachin revealing this stuff after 7 years, is it right on his part?
See, I respect, and he's got the right to reveal everything, and this is a part of his book, and he has had an excellent contribution to Indian cricket and world cricket. For 24 years he's been the pillar of Indian cricket, and actually a great ambassador to the sport. And when he's writing a book, his autobiography, where he's going to talk about his entire life, his journey as an Indian cricketer, and what were the various situations he faced. I think it's fair from him to come out in open, and it has to be an honest book. There's no point in just writing a book without being honest. And I think credit to him that, and this is something which I always used to ask him, why don't you talk in the open? But he always told me that he respected the game so much that he didn't want to create unnecessary furore in the country, because everyone in India loves the game, and are very passionate about the game. And in India, cricket is more like a religion than actually a sport. And you realize the emotional attachment of the entire country towards the game. But he definitely used to communicate to the people who mattered and who were the decision makers. And if you see, even when there was talk that Greg Chappell may continue as the coach of Indian team, it was Sachin who actually communicated to the BCCI that it's time for him to move on and India to look for a new coach. So I think we should really appreciate that during his entire 24 years career with the Indian team, he never ever created any controversy, and I think that's a great effort in itself. And now we have to also respect that he has got the right to express his entire journey, and I'm sure that every kid in India, not only in India but all over the world, because Sachin is deeply respected and admired all over the world, would like to know the life and journey of Tendulkar, the cricketer. So I think I don't see anything wrong in him mentioning the honest facts in his book.
So was it right?
Any other players share about Greg Chappell's this type of
like all the seniors were targeted, like what he has mentioned, all the senior players in the team?
Did any other player also share some his experience about this Greg?
I think 2006 was a very tough period for Indian cricket, and for me definitely I think the dressing room atmosphere was probably the worst. And I still remember in 2006 when I was added for the last one-day game in South Africa, and then for the Test series. I remember when I went to South Africa, probably the most negative dressing room I ever have come across. There was a lot of tension within the dressing room, and it was unnecessary. There was a divide created between the seniors and juniors, and I always believed that a cricket team is like a family. And when you're representing the country, when you're out there in the middle, you don't walk as individuals but as a team, as a unit. And it doesn't matter whether you're a senior or a junior, you always help each other, and you admire each other, and you respect each other. It doesn't matter whether you're an experienced player or you're someone who is just come into the team. And we always try to create that kind of a team environment, and credit to John Wright before Greg Chappell, and after Greg Chappell, Gary Kirsten, that they created that team environment where we were always able to play with a free mind, and we've always done well. So it was unfortunate that kind of environment was created, which was uncalled for.
Do you think if the revelation would have come that time, Sachin would have come out that time, would have helped the players and would have helped the team or the cricket itself?
In fact, before the start of the Test series against South Africa, in Potchefstroom we were playing a practice game, a 3-day game against the South Africa A side, and I still remember vividly that we as a team got together without any support staff, and we trashed this subject out, because there were a lot of people who were not comfortable with what was happening within the team, and after that, I think that things really improved. We were able to thrash out our thoughts, whatever were our feelings, because it's important that as a team, we should know and be comfortable with each other. I think it's very important, because we realized that Greg Chappell was just the coach, but all of us had the responsibility of doing something for the country, a great opportunity which a lot of Indians crave for. So I think it is important that whatever is within the group stays within the group, especially when you're actively playing cricket. At that time, there's no need of unnecessarily coming out with these facts, and I totally respect, and that shows Sachin, the character of Sachin, because he always respected cricket, and he always respected the sanctity of the Indian cricket team. He never took it for granted, and he always knew what was important to keep the environment and the bonding of the players and harmony within the group.
Had Sachin informed Rahul what Greg had said?
Well, I'm not really sure, because I'm just talking about what was my experience. I'm not sure whether Sachin informed Rahul or not. I'm not sure.
But
Okay, thank you.
one more question on
Thank you,
Sachin.
thank you, thank you.